Hi, I am going to present Oracle E-Business Suite Manager. My name Ahmed Fahim, working as Oracle Applications Consultant. I have experience in many parts of Oracle ERP applications, in E-Business Suite or Fusion applications, technical, administration, and functional. Also, I have experience in the Linux and Unix administration. E-Business Suite Manager developed to solve all the back-end problems which e-business suite customers face. In this demonstration, I will present introduction about the solution or the application and a demo for the application. First, the introduction. The idea came from the business needs and the pain areas I discovered while I was working with the e-business suite customers. So, what is the features and the business needs of the e-business suite manager? First, e-business suite manager gives you the ability to manage your e-business suite server efficiently without any technical experience. I mean, you can backup, clone, start, shut down, restart the application and many other tasks without any technical experience. E-Business Suite Manager will give you the ability to take a live clone without downtime in any time with very short time. So you can test and solve all the problems you face in your business or the application without any restrictions and with a 0% risk. Also, eBusiness Suite Manager will give you the ability to take a backup from the database, application, and operating system anytime without downtime and with very low storage and short time. eBusiness Suite Manager will give you the ability to generate many number of separate eBusiness Suite servers and use them together as a test servers. All the mentioned points supposed to lower your costs and make your business safer and manage the application and the server easier. This was the main features of the solution and a fast presentation about the solution before starting the demo. Let's go ahead with the demo. As you can see on my laptop, my personal laptop, I use a VMware and Oracle Linux Unbreakable distribution installed on a machine, on the VMware machine, and the solution implemented in this machine. I have on this machine now, right now, a production server with this IP and with 12, and this is the host name of the production server, and I'm logging now on this server. As you can see, this is the host name, and I'm logging from this client. I'm using many technologies to achieve the business needs I mentioned and the features I mentioned. One of these technologies is the hypervisor technology. This is a virtualization technology, and this production server installed on a virtual machine inside the server. And this is a client server I use. Okay, and this is the host file inside this client. This is the production server I have right now. Great. Now we need to start with the application or the solution we are gonna talk about. Let's name this template production, and this is the client. with IP Windows 1.100. This is the IP of the client will run uh, the solution, and after implementing the solution, I made all the steps using bash script language to make the solution user friendly. You don't have to be a technical guy to use a solution. You just enter or answer questions. The system will ask you about some questions and you enter the answers, and based on these answers the system will give you the result, as we will see right now. I will start the application, and after start the application of the solution, the system will give you three options. And this is the three features the application provide. Not only these three features, under every one of them, you can you have many multiple features. For example, the first option is creating new operating system from scratch. I mean, you can create a new operating system like the operating system I use for the production. You can install on this operating system any other application, and you can integrate it with the e-business suite server. And there are many third-party applications or third-party tools e-business suite customers use. For example, the business intelligence tools. You can install it on a separate machine, and you can manage the business intelligence tool inside this machine, and you can integrate the business intelligence machine with the e-business suite machine. We will not focus on the first option. We will focus on the most important option coming right now, is option C, creating new e-business suite servers. I mean, you can create right now, using this solution, new e-business suite server. We have now only one server, the production server. I can create a test server with you right now in 10 minutes. And for sure, if we have a better resources for this machine, it will take a lower time. For the third option is managing your servers after creating many servers. In the second option, I don't mean you create only one server. You can create many servers, and you can manage them. I mean, you can manage everything for the servers using the third option. You can manage the application, you can manage the database, you can manage the services, you can manage the operating systems, you can do everything for the servers from option M. And as I told you, without any technical experience. Let's start with the second option. Now we need to create a new test e-business suite server, and let's see how can we use this test server. And for sure, this test server will be isolated, which means you can do any test case you want, even this test case for the backend. I mean, you can do test cases for as a functional test cases on the application if you are a consultant, and you can also make a technical test cases. You can, for example, run a patch for on the test server we will create right now, and if you get the correct result, you can apply this patch on the production after that. So it's like making a clone, but the current solution, making a clone is a very headache. Usually, we make a clone in the weekend. A clone take a downtime. A clone need technical skills. Clone we must, if we faced any issue in the beginning or in the middle of the week, and we cannot do a downtime right now, we have to wait till the end of the week to test the action plans on the test servers. All these pain areas will gone. Using this solution, you will create your own test server right now, and you can use it right now, and you can test all the test cases you want right now. Let's start. I will start with option C. As you can see, it's a friendly interface. The system will ask you about some questions and will use your answers to create the server. Enter the new clone server name. I will name it test anything test 60. Okay, as you can see, the new server created. The solution based on many technologies, and we reached this result after 2 years of investigations. And the server is starting and it's running. We have now a new operating server called test 60, and this server state now is running, and we are waiting the second questions to give the server our input. Let's calculate how long this creating the new e-business suite server, how long this is going to take. We started in 11 48, 2 minutes ago, and we are waiting the next step. Okay, now this is the next step. The system asking you to enter the host name alias. I will name it with the same name of the server, test 60. I mean, this is the host name alias. EBS2 is the host name alias. We will use for the test server right now test 60. Okay, changing a context file, and the context file is created right now. All the e-business suite applications administrators or database administrators know what is this means, what is the names of this words means. And the third question is, what is the IP of the new server? This is the first three segments of the IP, same as the production. We have here on the production 192.168.122.1.2. I will give the server 60 as the last two digits for the IP. Okay, now as you can see, the new test server host name is test60.server1.com, and its IP is 192.168.122.60. And the next step is running the autoconfig on the database tier and the application tier. This is gonna take some while, and your new test server will be ready for use. I'm just entered or answered a few questions, just about three questions, and my e-business suite, my new test e-business suite server will be ready for use after few minutes. Believe me or not, this is gonna happen. We have to wait. It's 11:53. We spent about 5 or 6 minutes after running the script. I will not stop the video to calculate how long exactly this solution gonna take until we create new e-business suite server. For sure, the performance of the solution and the time is dependent on the hardware resources. If I have a good hardware resources, the performance will be better. Okay, we spent about minutes. Okay, in the minute number 9, the autoconfig finished for the new test server, and now the application listener and is database already up. The application and listener services running, and after a few seconds, the test server will be ready for use. And for sure, the time we spent now could be shorter if we use a better hardware, and if I'm not use a virtual machine, for example, it will be faster. Okay. Now we have a new test server called 60, and we can now open the application using this URL. 60 bind 800 is the port. 8000 is the port. But before I will update this in the script. Before opens the application like this, I have to enter it inside the host file in the client. I will using the client. I will go to etc hosts and enter the IP. The IP was we entered was 60, and this is the alias. Okay. After entering the new line in the host file, suppose now same web browser. It's different servers now. I can open the new test server. Sorry, 8000. Okay, it's loading right now. It's a browser now because this is the first time we trying to connect on the test server. It take a while, and after that it will be faster. Now Firefox trying to reach the new test server. Until it open, I will open any screen here in the production server and I will create anything. Sure that the database and the application is isolated. What I'm doing here is not linked with the test server. What I'm doing in the test server is not linked to the production server. Which means I can do any test case I want on the test server. I can create multiple test servers. I can create it anytime I want. I will create, for example, lookup type. Use the backend. I can open right now. We will see in the third option. I can open the file system for the test server, and I can run a patch on the database level or the application level. I can test the upgrading the application using this test server. If it succeeded, I can apply the used patches on the production server. Consider it a clone, uh, same as the clone we're doing. For example, our record Fahim. For okay, the login page is open now, and I will open the application for the test server easy, and I will create this lookup type. Okay, this is another server. Yani if you are login with the same username, this is the URL, and this is the URL of the production. You can, for example, personalize this favorite. You can move, for example, this items. Item removed from here and will be exist here in the production server. I want to prove that uh, every server is isolated. Okay, it's heavier because we have two e-business suite servers running right now on a virtual machine with limited resources for my laptop. Okay, I created now a lookup type called Fahim, and if I go now to the home, is the favorite list. It's all items exist. Here I removed three or three items, and for the lookup types also under the system administration responsibility, I will check if Fahim will be exist under the server or not. I'm doing that because while I was talking with uh, experienced people in our field, they told us it's impossible to be isolated. It's impossible to isolate the database and the application. Now, if I search it for Fahim, I will not find Fahim here. It's not exist. And in the production, for sure, I will find it. Okay, this was the second option, creating new e-business suite server. I can create another one. يعني we can have the third server right now. After 10 minutes from right now, I can have another server. Fahim is exists. I'll go back. I'll create another server, but I will not making the video very long. I will pause the video and I will back after creating the new server in the end of the video. But I want to present the third solution. The third option is managing your servers. Using option M, the system will tell you that you have two servers now, EBS server 1, this is a production, and test 60, and we'll ask you what is the servers you need to manage. I need to manage test 60. This is the actions we can use it right now, and I will add another options for this list. For example, I can start the server, I can shut down the operating system for the server test 60, and I can start it, and I can delete it. We will see now how can we delete the server. I can shut down it and I can open a terminal inside the server. يعني if I choose option O, I will move to server. I'm inside it right now and I can do any, I'm inside its file system and I can enter the database and do whatever I want as a DBA. I will exit and run it again. Okay, we can also make a backup. I can execute directly uh, operating system command inside the server, and I can manage the server resources. I mean, I can tell the system I will give the test60 a number of memory or a number of my of processors from my hardware resources. I can suspend the server and unsuspend the server. I can open server file system, and this options with purple color, I can use it for the application fee. Uh, for example, now the server is running and live, and I can use it right now. I can shut down the application, for example, or restart the application. All right. After a while, this server will not be available and it will come back after starting the application services. Okay, it's gone now, and after a while, the server will come back. Just I restarted it. Okay, and you can shut down the application database and start the application database again. This is for option M, and this is the third option. And as you can see, I can make all the tasks for managing my server without entering any command, just by using these options, or choose what I want to do, and the solution will ask me about some questions, and after answering these questions, the solution will apply the solution based on my questions, my answers. Okay, I will create a new e-business suite server now, a third one, and let's see if we can create another one and have two test servers on this machine right now. But I will put the video after running the script. I will create a new one called test 61, for example, or whatever. I can name it Fahim. Okay, and I will put the video and I will back after creating uh, Fahim eBay suite. Let's see how we will use it together. Okay, for a while the third server created now. It's finished. The server name Fahim. And by mistake, I entered the host name alias, same as last two digits of the IP. No problem, we will just edit this file. Okay. If I go now to the Firefox and enter the alias colon the port. very slow now because of the power of the resources of the machine. We have three servers, one production and two test servers. Okay, the second test server are live now and we can use it same as other servers, and you can create more and more if you have enough resources on your machine. Okay, now you want to delete the server. Okay, it's become faster after the browser cache. It's faster now. Okay, we will delete this server right now. I told the solution that I need to manage Fahim server, and I will enter option D. If I entered option D, after seconds the server will be gone. Okay, the server is deleted. Just seconds. If I try to open this server now, I will not find it. The browser will not reach the server because it's not available right now. The space gone, the file system gone, everything is gone. Okay, I mean you just can create the test server in the time you need it, and you can delete it after that. Okay, if I open the solution again, I will find only test 60. I can manage also text 60. I can shut down the application and database or delete it also after seconds. I will not find text 60. Okay, deleted. That's why the browser can't reach it. Was a fast brief or a fast demo about the solution. As you can see, it's a friendly interface solution. You just answer some questions, and in few minutes you can reach a valuable business needs. This is the end of the video, and thank you.